What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Do a brother right here, man. Come on, hook a brother up. All right, so this is some crazy stuff, man. Shout out to the Cowboys for actually doing work. Okay? We get mad at the Cowboys when they don't do shit. We get mad at the Cowboys when they do shit. I don't understand it. People are mad, well, we paid too much for Osa and Digazua. That's too much money. $20 million for a three-technique defensive tackle that's key to Matt Everfuss's defense seems to be about fitting. It wasn't like the franchise tag, $25.1 million. It was actually $5 million less. It wasn't a max deal. It wasn't a record-breaking deal. It ties a guy in who has been playing 17-game seasons and has not missed a game. Now shut the F up. Good Lord. Chill, baby, chill. And so the Cowboys, understanding that they need to... Oh, shit. So, here's the thing. Okay, I got a lot of shit going on, so forgive me. Here's the thing. Ceedee Lamb, with this person who was like, why would you do this? Literally said, because I want to win. Because I want to win. Yeah. Ceedee Lamb is not sitting here, he got paid. He got paid. It's not all about the money. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys are getting hungry. They're getting hungry. They want to win, okay? It was nice before. See, I'm going to tell you, if you're dealing with somebody that's got a problem, okay? A substance abuse or, alcoholic, a drug addict, a sex addict or whatever, they won't change until you hit rock bottom, okay? Rock bottom that forces you to change. Now, you can say what you will, losing to San Francisco in the playoffs and all that, that hurt. But you still had 12 games where you could go, like this. You could do your lion crawl and all that stuff. That was all good. But after going through a season like we just went through, that's rock bottom. That's literally rock bottom. And that's where you realize, yeah, it was nice to get my $35 million a year deal, $34.5 million. But this shit that I just went through without Dak, having to run the football, getting double covered, bro, restructure me and get me some help so we can win. I want to win. I want to win. That's what it's all about. It's great. I got money. But if you're going to work and it's like, I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me, and you're sitting there seeing the Eagles win the Super Bowl, you're seeing the Commanders in the NFC Championship game, you all of a sudden start to realize it's more important than just the money. Hold up. Sorry, I had to take a phone call here. I got a lot of people I'm responsible for, people. So, understand something. This is kind of crazy. So, Ceedee Lamb was getting, it's amazing how fans can go ahead and tell you you're stupid. And so a person went to Ceedee Lamb like, why would you restructure? Are you stupid? No, buddy, you're the stupid one here. You don't understand what restructure means, okay? Restructuring, okay. The contract that Ceedee Lamb signed, and Dak Prescott both signed, or anybody signs, is basically set in stone that the guaranteed money that's on that contract is the guaranteed money. You're getting paid that, regardless. So the $58 million of guaranteed money that Osa and Digazua got, that is his money. Whether he plays one more down or not, that's guaranteed. The question is, how do you account for this money? Okay? So the Cowboys set up in Dak Prescott's and Ceedee Lamb's contract voidable years all the way out to 2032. Do I think Dak Prescott's going to play 7 more years? No, I don't. But that's a tool that they can use to spread the money out. And that's what they'll do with Osa Odighizuwa. That's how you end up getting a low number at the bottom. And see, this is where people keep saying, when we had Dak Prescott getting $89 million, it's because they use his money like a piggy bank. When a person restructures, Ceedee Lamb he didn't go to the bank and say, here's some money back, Jerry. It wasn't that the Cowboys said, we're not going to pay you as much money. The only thing that happened is they accounted for it at a different time. They took the $20 million or the however much money they've restructured of his contract, and they converted into bonus money or guaranteed money or one of these things, or put it off for a void year. No money's changing hands. It's not. He's not losing anything. It's not changing when he's getting paid. It's only in accounting. And it's always funny to me because I remember when Tony Romo restructured his contract. People are like, yeah, that guy. He's a team player. He's giving money back so they can get other players. No, boneheads. No. They're just accounting for it differently. He's still getting the same amount of money. Okay? So, if and when Dak Prescott's contract gets restructured, they'll get more money. They're just going to have to account for it later on, which is what happened with the reason why this contract's so big. His last contract, averaged $40 million a year. The thing was, the first year, they only accounted for 17 million of them. The second year, they only accounted for 19. So if you don't understand math, that means 23 million of the first year went later. And then 21 went later as well. And then the third year, it was 26 million, which meant that 14 million had to be accounted for later. Now, typically, what happens is guys like Michael Gallup and all that don't play well, and they get cut, don't get another contract, it becomes dead money. But because Dak is still on the team and still playing well enough to deserve another contract, you got to take care of that money along with the new contract, which is how we got to it being 89 million. You're paying for the back money that they didn't count for before now. Now, when they flip the trigger, they're kicking the can down the road. But as we found out, the salary cap is going up. So it behooves you to actually kick it down there further, because $50 million today is not the same $50 million 4 years from now. It's more like $30 million, because the salary cap will rise up. But be that all as it may, as a Cowboy fan, you should feel good that the Cowboys, for once, before free agency, is trying to make sure they have enough players to field a team. We didn't do that last year. We did not do that last year. And for those out there saying, well, Osa wanted too much money, you do realize the only defensive lineman that we have that has any experience is Mazi Smith. So if you don't want to have a situation like last year where they're going through at the end of training camp and they're signing guys like Jordan Phillips for the veteran minimum, trading picks for a guy like Jordan Phillips, then you try and re-sign the players that you have that are valuable, and you work on trying to find more money. So the Eagles, they've gone through, they've released a couple of players, Bradbury and Slay, figuring they're going to go younger, to create salary cap space. They've given an extension to Saquon Barkley, $41 million for the next 2 years, which ends up saving them money on this year's cap. So they've gained money that they could try and use to bring in Myles Garrett. That's how the game works. If it ends up being that Saquon isn't the same guy, that he was a one-hit wonder, and he follows along with what happens to most guys that rush for 2,000 yards, that they have diminishing returns, well, it's okay. They'll kick it down the road with avoidable years. This is the new way you do business. It's basically kick the can down the road, then kick it down some more. Kick it down some more. It's creative accounting. That's all it is. So, that's all I have to say about that. But as a Cowboy fan, this is a nice start. This is an exciting start, that we're actually getting some things done for the first time, to know that we're working, 4 players already. And Micah is being done right now as well. So I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm thrilled to death. And I want to see some more activity. The NFC East, it's going to be a juggernaut. And I think what's happened is Washington, the Eagles, and probably the Cowboys realize the schedule that we have, you better have your shit together, because if you don't, you're going to go downhill real quick, because everybody in the NFC East is playing a killer schedule. And if you're not ready for it, you will be left behind. And I don't think the Cowboys want to have 2 losing seasons in a row. And so they're getting their shit together. All righty, good people. As always, I appreciate you guys. Peace out.